What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today. And today we have a very exciting model review for you guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at the engine models 1-400 scale American Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the chrome livery with the breast cancer awareness livery on it. I am so excited to take a look at this model. This is a really cool one and a pretty good story to go along with this. So I'm excited to depict this. I hope you guys are as well. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and get out of macro mode and get started with today's review. So here's the box that NG Models chose to cast for the breast cancer awareness 757-200. I think they did a really good job on it. You have all your standard labeling, the CGI, the American Airlines logo that does have a really cool pattern to it with the red and white here. Registration 664 Alpha Alpha, and then you got the NG Models 1-400. But then really for the unique part of this box, so you have the red here, kind of to represent the red here on the American billboard titles, is my guess. Then you have the silver for the fuselage along with the pink here that kind of crosses through just like what you'd see on livery. And then the icon here for a proud sponsor of Susan G. Komen for the cure. So really cool to see that. Rest of the box is pretty standard here. You're not going to find anything too crazy outside of the pattern work, but that looks absolutely fantastic and a really cool piece of purple right there. That's really cool. And then on the back of the box, nothing too crazy. Just your standard warnings and everything that you would find here for a 757-200. And here is the model right here. It is a really nice one. NG Models really did a good job casting it. It looks great, and I'm really excited to take a look at this. Sorry about the shade. The clouds have been really wacky today. It cleared off all the way down there, and then this wave of clouds just literally came up here as soon as I got the boxes ready and everything. So apologies about that. But nevertheless, we are still gonna get this review going because yes, and we might get a little bit more break on that sun if we ask nicely. So hopefully that will happen. But nevertheless, let's get into this NG Model 757-200. So first and foremost, as per usual, the NG 757-200, as you guys probably know, is absolutely spectacular in various ways. So that's exactly what we're gonna find here. So here's the cockpit windows along with the nose cone shaping that looks awesome, the radar dome, pitot tubes, along with the other applicable details up here in the front. Here's where your breast cancer awareness line starts, or ribbon, there we go, that's the proper term. Here's your L1 door, really nicely detailed here from the handle to the window to the One World logo. It just looks really nice, and NG Models has really elevated their game here when it comes to detail here on the doors and just really in the challenging spots. You'll find the nose landing gear and nose landing gear door very nicely detailed, really impressive for 1-400 as usual. The registration fleet code is 5 Golf Mike, which is kind of interesting that they did this on the 737s, 757s, and various other aircraft in the fleet. So it is really cool to see that they are depicting that there, as you can see. The billboard titles are present there along with the L2 door, and then this ribbon starts up here at the cockpit windows, swoops down here to this panel, which is really nicely detailed. They did a really good job on that, as you can see right there. That's really good detail. And then it comes back up here to the L2 door where you're going to find similar details to the L1 door. You can also see here this is where the first class would go, and then you're starting economy plus. You can also see how reflective it is here. Here's my hand, and you can see it pretty lividly moving, so that's very cool as well. Okay, so here we go. The stripe continues up over the emergency wing exits, and here's the leading edge lights along with the leading edge in general, where the air inlet would be there if it was able to be casted. I don't think that the 757 sample I saw had a cutout for that, but it's possible that it would. The Antonov 225 I just got in 1-200 does, so that's really cool. So nice note there. There are your absolutely beautiful RB211 engines. Are debatably one of the best engines in the whole entire engine universe when it comes to airplanes. Really cool to see the RB211s. They're very powerful and really was a perfect match for the 757. There's the fan blade detail. Looks really great, and they did a very good job on that overall. Really cool perspective there, the wing connecting onto the fuselage. It looks a little bit more like a gap from that side, but as you turn it, then you don't really ever realize it. So it's kind of interesting to look at it from a different perspective, but NG did a pretty good job there. Of course, you have your leading edge there. We're going to have the slats in addition to the winglet, which of course has the really cool AA.com plus the breast cancer. Well, okay, macro mode, whatever you say, buddy. Let's see if we can get this out of macro. There we go. Where you can see the ribbon, which is really cool. So that's super cool to see here, excuse me, and it looks really good. And then you have the flaps and the speed brakes along with the emergency exit pad that looks really good. And then of course the fuselage. The ribbon starts twisting down throughout here as the fuselage comes to a close, and then you can see some more panels with the registration November 664 Alpha Alpha and the proud sponsor of Susan. Let me make sure I get this right. Susan G. Coleman for the cure, which is really cool there. So nice to see that, really nicely detailed. You also got the antenna right there, and you have one there on the top as well. And then of course you have the L3 door in addition to the American Airlines tail, which looks great. The ribbon really stands out, pretty obvious there, flying right over the red A, and then it ends right after the eagle. Looks really great. The 757 also is great in regards to the tail detail, as you can see there with all the indentations to really denote the rudder and the various other elements that you're going to find. You also have APU detail, and along with some like lavatory waste panels there, along with the horizontal stabilizers and all that fun stuff, and a US flag, really nicely detailed. The right side of the aircraft is very similar. However, you are going to find the first baggage door there and the second one right there as well. Top of the aircraft is pretty simple. Of course, you got the antenna along with the, I need to figure out what these pieces are called. I'm not sure. If anybody knows, please comment. I would appreciate all the support there, although I probably should know that. So the top's looking good though. Bottom's a pretty standard 757. Of course, you got the chrome, which is nice, and stand hole, really good detail there on the bottom of the engines as well. So overall, a really good piece. And you also got an antenna right there, right before the wing root starts. This is a really nice model. NG Models really did a good job here in the various elements. The chrome's really nice, and yeah, so they've really did some various American 757s over the years. Of course, you probably remember when they did the chrome one all the way back in like June or July of 2019. That was the big one. So that one got done. Then, of course, they did some other various ones like Flagship Freedom around that time, and I'm trying to think if they did any others in 2019. 2020, they did the non-winglet. In 2021, they did the Astrojet. 2022 they did One World, and now 2023 they've done this one, and I would not be surprised if I'm missing another one. They did a reproduction of the non-winglet later on, so they did that. They did the TWA hybrid a couple months ago too, so that one was also really nice. So they've certainly found their sweet spot with the American Airlines 757s in various iterations, as you can tell. So I'm trying to think if there's even any left that they could really do, because the cool story about this one is I had the JC Wings version. JC Wings did this a long time ago. I'm trying to remember when I got that JC Wings one. I'm thinking that I got the JC Wings iteration. Oh, it was a while ago. I think I may have got it in Mass Unboxing 3. I think I did. I would have to go check. I think I might have got it in Mass Unboxing 3. It's crazy to think that we've had 35 of those, and I'm talking about number 3, all the way back in like September of 2019. I'm thinking that might have been when I got it. However, I might have got it before that. I'm thinking though that was September 2019. I remember, I think I got it with Flagship Freedom, the 737-800 and 757-200. So I'm thinking that's when it was. If not, it was before that. I know they got the breast cancer awareness 145 in like 2016. JC Wings did it way back. And then of course, the 777 I got from JC Wings in Massive Unboxing. I think it was 11, Massive Unboxing 11, I'm pretty sure. That would have been January of 2021. Man, it's really, after so much has gone on, it's kind of challenging to jog my memory here. But I got that one, and that one's a great model too. So I really have a good fleet of the breast cancer awareness planes going. I'll have to make a more in-depth video on all those at some point, Flagship Freedoms, along with all the other American specials. It would be cool to make just an American Airlines special delivery video, because American Airlines really has had a very rich history of special deliveries, from Flagship Freedom, breast cancer awareness, all the One World iterations, all the heritage deliveries, TWA, Reno Air, Air Cal, PSA, Allegheny. They have a bunch. The Chrome, the Astrojet, then even planes like the Astrojet 75. Stand the Cancer, Flagship Valor. They really take the cake there. Outside the Southwest State liveries, they are really the next best when it comes to special liveries for a big carrier. Now, of course, you have like JetBlue having all these different tails. Frontier has a completely different animal per tail. So there's certainly a bunch of variation with other airlines, but for bigger airlines, I think American Southwest certainly take the cake. Delta's definitely the worst, and then United's just okay. They have enough to get by, but certainly not enough to Abe Geek standards. So, but American Airlines really does have a bunch of cool special liveries. I wish they still had this one, but Stand the Cancer was kind of a good, I don't want to use the word replacement because it's not like a direct replacement, but a good filler for it. So that's certainly cool that they got that going. And of course, Flagship Valor. And I'm sure that they'll have maybe some more special liveries coming out in the future. So, but they certainly have a healthy amount, and it's been really fun to catch a bunch of them. I'm trying to think if I'm missing any of them, but I think I've caught all of them. Finally getting, or I don't think I've ever got Allegheny. I think that's the only one. I don't think I ever got Allegheny before it got repainted. I would have to check the archives, but I'm pretty sure Allegheny is the only plane that I lack. And hopefully I'll be able to finally catch that when it returns on an Airbus 321 later in the year. So that'll be very exciting. But outside of all that, I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's review. This is a really cool model, and I would definitely recommend it for anybody interested. Hope everybody's had a great summer. I believe by the time this video is coming out, we're certainly going to be getting in the August range. So certainly, I hate to use the word winding down, but it kind of is, so it's sad indeed. But yeah, it will be a great fall. Fall's a great time in most places, so I'm wishing everybody the best with their school endeavors, or if you have a job, wishing the best luck to you on work and anything else that may be going on. So, but yeah, it's certainly a bunch going on here, and certainly excited to see where the future holds. Also want to give a big shout out, as always, to Airliners International 2024. That will be taking place in Kansas City, Missouri. Definitely go check out the links in the description, get signed up for that. It is an aviation enthusiast dream convention, really great place, and I highly recommend going. I got to go to Chicago and Dallas in 2022, 2023, and I cannot speak enough about how much fun it was, and very excited for this year's upcoming event that will be taking place at the Kansas City International Airport Hilton Hotel. How fun is that? So with all that being said, everybody, that'll do for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon, as Redriveraviation is signing off.